It feels like it's been forever, right?
Yes, it does. We are Mike and Michelle.
Hey, and we are the Beach Please 20 years from now when they've gotten fat. And no, we're really not. Hey, how are you guys? We're the Lovelace family and Lovey's Fat Life. And if you don't know our channel, please hit us up sometimes. The FAT stands for Food and Travel. We like to grill meat, smoke meat, do food reviews. We love cruising and traveling. And in fact, we just traveled this past weekend to the Great Smoky Mountains up to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, Gatlinburg area. We got to spend a little bit of time in both areas. And
we had fun.
Yeah, we had fun.
We did a lot of eating.
We did a ton of eating. There's a lot of food vlogs coming out. Eating. Yeah, we ate at, let's see, we ate at Bennett's. We ate at the Local Goat.
So good. Oh my gosh.
Mellow Mushroom. Five Oaks Farmhouse. Frizzle Chicken.
Yeah.
Who was it? Where was the other place? We ate a ton of places. We're missing somebody there.
We ate at
the Alamo. We ate at the Alamo. This is the newer Alamo. Of course, everybody that knows that area knows the original Alamo burned in the Gatlinburg fires, but we ate at the newer one. There was another.
We did a lot of
eating. I don't know. And we also ate at we had nitrogen ice cream. Have you ever had nitrogen ice cream? It's a place called, is it called Dolce?
Yes, I think so.
Dolce nitrogen ice cream. And it's really cool. Good. We can't wait to do the vlog on it. It's expensive. It's like $31.
$31 for three of us
for three ice cream. But what they do is they bring out cream, and they have this big stainless steel bowl, and they pour the cream in there, and then they zap it with that cold nitrogen, and they mix up the ice cream right there. They make it for you fresh, and they got this, the whole nitrogen, like it's like an old 80s rock band like Cinderella fog machine.
Coming out everywhere.
It starts coming out, and then they got this like LED light conveyor belt that they put the ice cream on. It goes down. So I got some killer B-roll of it coming down.
Experience we paid for.
Yeah, we paid for the experience. But
Paula Dean's is where else we went.
Yes, Paula Dean's. Paula Dean's redeemed themselves because the first time we ate at Paula Dean's,
it was good.
It was good, but for the price, I wasn't too impressed.
Old breakfast took it up a notch.
I will always go. I will go back to Paula Dean's for breakfast. It wasn't quite as good as Crockett's, but it was right there at.
Oh, that's the best bacon I've ever put in my mouth.
It is the best bacon I think I've ever ate in a public restaurant.
Pancakes, deep gooey pancakes.
Oh gosh, it's so good.
Wow.
We already ate. Why are we talking about it?
I don't know.
Hey, we went to the island. We were at Paula Dean's. We ate breakfast there. They only do breakfast, I think it's from 8 to 10?
Yes.
8 to 10:30?
8 to 10:30. It's
really,
a very small
only
window.
2 hours, and then they have lunch and then supper. But we went to, I know you guys have heard of it. It's called Old Smoky Moonshine, and they hooked me up. Of course, I had to pay them a lot for it. But so they suckered me in and said, if you buy 3 jars or 3 containers of whatever they have, whiskey or moonshine, we give you the satchel with it free. And I was like a fish hooked, like I was like a bass already hooked.
So this is what happened. I had to have an outpatient procedure, so we went to the mountains and for my recovery. So I was sitting out there enjoying myself, sitting in the rockers and watching the water, and just was so wonderful. And Anthony went into the toy store and bought junk, and then Mike went in Old Smoky and bought liquor. So
I will blame it on Marco Polo that asked the question, and they said, yeah, sure, go ahead and try it. So let's show you what we got.
Yes.
So we're going to taste test this first real quick. Then we're going to say hello. Then we got our What's Cooking segment. Then we got See the World with Chris and Laura. We got them coming on there. I can't wait to ask them a bunch of questions, but this is their #1 seller.
Yes.
This is called Sour Watermelon. Right there. Sour Watermelon.
So we know this is not like backyard moonshine.
No.
This is the closest we
It's
can
not
get.
North Wilkesboro here in North Carolina. It's not Junior Johnson NASCAR racing moonshine. This one is called Some Beach. Some Beach. That's in the song, right? Isn't that Kenny Chesney's song?
Absolutely.
But here in the South, sometimes we call somebody a some bitch. It's Some Beach. Some Beach. And then we're going to taste test whiskey. We got peanut butter.
And I'm not sure what to think of this.
It's peanut butter whiskey. Anything peanut butter's got to be good, right? I mean,
We'll see.
it might be Heartburn City,
We'll see.
but it's got to be good, right? You think so?
I don't know. Little hesitant, but I'm a willing participant.
All right. We're going to say hey to everybody in chat. Hope y'all are doing well. I see some people in here, the Traveling Gilberts, Nana's Hidden Apron, Beach Life Honey, the Gaylords in here, Brian Dancer, Meg W. How you doing? We're going to go through the whole set here in a second. I will say this, and I saw somebody just put this on here. The number one seller at this Old Smokies, and they're all over Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and I think they even have them in Florida at the grocery stores is what I heard. Sour watermelon is their number one seller. The number two seller is pickles. They have the long sliced pickles, and they're in a jar of moonshine. And I wanted to get one so bad, and I didn't. I got the peanut butter whiskey. So I'm kicking myself in the butt. That'd be a great novelty to have in your fridge. But
we'll always go back.
Let's start out with their number one seller, right?
So we don't want to waste it.
We're not going to. This thing probably doesn't pour very well. So Michelle's just going to chug to the count of 5, and then no, not really.
Am I going to try it first?
We're going to do it old school, like you used to do when you go hunting up in the mountains. You just take out that grease, that lightning, that grease lightning,
good.
And you take a big swig early in the morning before you go up to your deer stand. That's what we used to do.
I'm scared.
Go ahead and take a big sip.
Smells good.
Come on now.
That is so good. You better not leave me unattended with that.
That is very good.
There's
just taste. A hint of the moonshine at the tail end of it. It does taste just like a.
Don't leave that in my presence.
I'm gonna set it down over here. I'm gonna set it down so you can't get to it.
That is so good.
For now. All right, next. Wow. That is very good. That was sour watermelon. This one right here, Sun Beach. And I did taste this one there. Michelle has not tasted it. And I already broke the seal on all these so that we could get into them.
It looks just like pure milk. It's real thin like
milk.
It's
a cream. It kind of reminds you like Kenny Chesney, not quite as thick as their cream alcohol.
And it smells just.
We have some of that. Pass that bottle over here.
Really good. The watermelon's better though.
I don't know. I kind of like this better. It's tough. Both of them are very good.
That's got a little bit more alcohol taste than the watermelon.
It does. But that's a pina colada. It'd be great in
at the pool.
Just mix it in with the ice and everything. Pina colada. All right, so we're gonna get our shot glasses on this one.
I'm a little bit worried.
You should be worried because I'm pouring you a heavy one right here.
After the day at work I had, and it might be a.
It might be a 2-shotter, right? What do y'all think? Do you think it's a 2-shotter or 1-shotter? Y'all tell us in the chat. All right, so I got Anthony right here. Anthony Simone sent us a shot glass a while back.
Thank you so much.
All aboard with Anthony. Anthony, I hope you're having a good day, buddy. One of the best mods in the game. See, I didn't go all the way to the top. That's yours, Michelle. Now we got to do it at the same time.
Have you?
This is Hani's older one. He's got a really cool new one I got to get next, but this is one of his older ones. Hani, the Beach Life. You got to check out their channel. Check out Anthony's channel. Sub to their channels. This is a good time for all you in the chat. This drink's going to be for all of y'all. Go ahead and put in #creator, #talent agent, #travel agent, #supporter, #pass the jar of moonshine to me.
Okay.
All right.
Have you smelled that?
I have not smelled this yet. I'm going to smell it.
Peanut butter.
God, it smells just like peanut butter fudge. I'm going to bring Chris on really early here because I've been wanting his peanut butter fudge. All right, I'm going. Gosh. 1, 2, 3. Pretty darn good.
Really?
It tastes like whiskey, but it's definitely got that peanut butter in it.
All right, here goes.
Get it, girl. Get it, girl. You don't like it. You don't like it?
No.
Don't like it. It even pours a little thick, don't it? You notice that?
Yeah. No.
It pours a little thick.
No.
All right. This one right here is to all you creators. This goes out to all the cruisies out there. All those are going on cruise that came back from cruise. Mike and Betsy, they're about 1,000. I mean, they're about to hit 1,000. I'm wearing this every Thursday night till they hit 1,000. A lot of creators in here about to hit 1,000. A lot of them are about to hit 100. So sub somebody, find somebody, hook them up. See the World with Chris tonight. Hook them up. They got some great videos. Been checking them out even more the last couple of weeks. Hit them up.
So, where are the wives?
Line them up, knock them back. What's that song go? The guy with the I used to love that song.
Morgan Waller. But a word of wisdom. It's probably not best to have such different flavors all at one time.
I don't know. I'm fine with it. All right, so let's say hey to people in the chat.
All right, let's do that so I can.
All right, so we're gonna go back. You want to try some more one of these other ones in to get the taste out?
Watermelon.
She'll want some more watermelon. Hey, y'all pass it around too out there at home. All right, so we're gonna go back and say hey to everybody in the chat. Extraordinary Adventures of My Ordinary Life. How you doing, Jennifer? Moonshine Jennifer. We got Honey with a Beach Life in there. How you doing, bud? Chuck Spencer, hope you're doing well. Billy Sparks. John Gaylor, the Gaylors are here. Nana and Tom are here. Nothing is free, Mike. That's true, Nana. You always pay a price for something, right? And we got Blaine in here. How you doing, Blaine? Really Creative. Chuck Spencer, I already said that. How you doing, Chuck? Daniel Donnelly, how you doing there, bud? I hope you're doing well. I don't know if you're on the road or not. Mr. Anthony Simone, KY Travelers, Holly Ayers, the Traveling Gilberts. I don't know if that's Ronnie or Teresa. Either one is good. We like them both. We love them both. Dance Request. I'm so jelly of Deb and Brian are going cruising here in a couple of days. So jelly. Meg W. Is today your birthday? I think I saw it was today or yesterday. Happy birthday, Meg W.
Birthday.
Happy belated if it was yesterday. I apologize. See the World with Chris. I'm so glad they're on here. I'd hate to have to talk for an hour. Traveling with Nick P. How you doing? Tom Beetle Bailey. How are you doing? Who else we got in here? I couldn't go all the way back up to the top. Spikers, Crazy Adventures, Cindy and Doug. Pickles would be a game changer for me. I agree. I got to get the pickles.
Chuck Spencer.
Yeah, Chuck, welcome here. He joined our page a couple of weeks ago, I believe, and I've seen Chuck in a few of the live events, and yeah, he's a good supporter of the community. Kenneth Oakes, how you doing, buddy? There's Tom. Hope you're doing well, Tom. Nightbot's in here already. Brian Dancer's in here. Paul Vines, how you doing? Smooth voice, Paul. Just Dave was in here earlier. I saw that. Danny Griswold. I think I said Meg W. Jennifer D. How you doing, Jennifer? I think you're in Greensboro. I catch her on Fantastic Studios. She's a North Carolinian, I believe, or at least a transplant here. Miss Holly Ayers, how you doing? Two-shotter. Yeah, it was right, Brian. We did do 2 shots.
Not of that.
Rhonda B., how you doing? Got Paul here. Let's see, Traveling Nick P. in here. Journey with the Gingers. How you doing, Hannah and Laura? Lori. Here the creators are posting stuff. Dewey Ski, how you doing, buddy? Holly, Debbie, Journey with the Gingers. I think I may have got Mike Wood. How you doing, Mike? Mike was a spotlight a couple of weeks with that awesome noodles and rice and all that noodles and on the I think it was a Blackstone he had. Hashtag barbecue eater. I love that, Daniel.
Absolutely.
That's me, man. That's me. Bennett's barbecue though.
No.
Good once before, but it wasn't good this past time. But we'll say that in the video or vlog later on. Let's see.
Varied opinions about different things coming out for you.
Okay, so I think I'm all the way down. Life is good today, Ronnie. How you doing? If somebody else comes in here, we'll yell hey to you. But hey, let's do our spotlight, right?
All right, let's go ahead.
Let's do our spotlight for the week, and we'll show you our little intro, and then we'll show you who the spotlight of the week is on what's cooking. And now it's time for What's Cooking?
I am so hungry. What's cooking?
What's cooking? Hey, what's cooking?
What's cooking?
Hey, Grandma, what's cooking?
What's cooking?
What's cooking? Hey, what's cooking?
Hey, what's cooking?
Get in my belly!
What's cooking?
Hey, what's cooking?
What's cooking?
Let me tell you something, Mike Loveless. You're gonna know what's cooking, brother.
All right, here we go.
Who is it going to be?
You're going to know who it's going to be. I'm not even going to say her name, but as soon as she starts this out, you're going to understand why she is the showcase of the week, spotlight of the week. This was awesome.
Okay, cooking crew. This is actually not a Pioneer Woman recipe. It is a knockoff of Panera that I have, copycat recipe. So I have prepped 2 small heads of broccoli. You can also just use 1 large one. 1 carrot, half an onion. I still need to get some garlic out, mince, and I am melting half a stick of butter. So the soup begins. It's a pretty quick soup. It really only takes 30 minutes once you get it in the pan. But looking forward to it. Okay, does anybody else think that garlic and onion sauteing in butter or even olive oil or something is just like the best smell ever? Ah, too bad we don't have smell-o-vision. Okay, next step is forming a roux. And then I'm going to add the chicken broth and the vegetables and some seasoning. I use paprika in here. It gives it a nice color too. So almost ready. Well, for the next step. Okay, salt, pepper, paprika are in. I've started to simmer it after boiling it. It's going to simmer for 15 minutes. And while it does that, Mike has thrown me a curveball and he also wants caprese flatbread. So we're going to make some flatbread. It's just a tomato, mozzarella, and Parmigiano Reggiano flatbread. It's got like a little bit of a garlicky mayonnaise dressing on it. So I'm going to start chopping up the tomatoes for that now. But this is it. This is where I was referencing earlier this morning that it doesn't look like soup right away because I haven't added any of the creams or the cheese yet, so, but it smells incredible. Okay, I will catch up on your polos here in a minute in case you ask me anything, but I just added 2 cups of half and half / whipping cream. You can use either. I actually like to mix both. And 8 ounces of cheddar cheese. As for the caprese, since he caught me off guard, I'm using a prepared pizza crust. It's better, in my opinion, if you make your own, but I don't have time for it to rise. And I dock it. If you don't have a dough docker, I highly recommend it. And then I brush it with olive oil. And then I make it a tomato salsa with garlic, basil, salt, pepper, olive oil, and I usually use aromas because they have a lower water content. They don't make the dough soggy, but I also threw in a few little heirloom tomatoes that we had. So this is going to chill while the crust pre-bakes. And the soup will be ready in about 3 minutes. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it is almost done. It just has to kind of come together. Chris, to make the roux, I added flour, 4 tablespoons of flour, and just whisked it until it got like a nice rich dark color. And then I poured in the chicken broth, and then I let it come to a boil, and then I simmered it for 15 minutes. Oh, and also when I added the chicken broth and the vegetables, when I added the vegetables, I added the salt, the pepper, and the paprika. Then the chicken broth. And then after it simmers for 15 minutes, you add the 2 cups of half and half and/or cream, and then also 8 ounces of cheddar. And you can use whatever you want probably, but I usually use a mild cheddar or a medium cheddar. I'm not a big sharp cheddar fan. I know that's sacrilege to some. Mike loves sharp cheddar, but it's not my thing. So that's what that is. And the soup really is done. Now I just have to focus on the caprese flatbread, which the crust has to pre-bake for 10 minutes at 350 while my salsa chills. Then I drain the salsa a little bit because tomatoes always have water, even though aromas are better about it. And then I will make a little dressing with garlic and mayonnaise. I spread that over the crust after it cools just for a couple of minutes. And then I sprinkle mozzarella cheese. Then I spoon on the salsa. And then I sprinkle freshly grated Parmigiano Reggiano. It is awesome. It is awesome. I'm not surprised he wants it, but I don't know how I'm going to eat all this food. That's why I have him. He can eat it. Anyway, it's hot in this kitchen. And here is the flatbread when it's done. After the 10 minutes of pre-baking at 350 and chilling the salsa, I strained the salsa. Then I upped the oven to 450, added the dressing, mozzarella, the tomatoes, and then the Parmigiano Reggiano. And then it cooks for 6 minutes at 450. So it's really good. It's really crispy. Still better with a homemade crust though.
Holly, you are the bomb.
Holly, you are the bomb. And there may have been one or two other drinks consumed behind the.
Not from this one.
Drink 3, not 1, 3. So Miss Holly killed it. Holly
looks incredible.
I love broccoli. I didn't like broccoli as a kid, but I love it cooked. I don't like it raw. I don't know. I like broccoli salad. I don't know. I like broccoli now, but she killed it that flatbread pizza.
Oh my
man,
gosh, it looks so good.
I feel like I owe her money. I feel like I need to leave her a tip or something for that or something. I saw somebody.
I just want to go to her house and let her feed
please
us.
invite me there, Holly. So in case you haven't noticed, I know Vizio was asking, is this Marco Polo? We do have a Marco Polo for what's cooking. And on our Facebook page, if you post pictures of what you cooked for the week, or even on the Marco Polos you cooked for the week, we pick somebody each week to do as a spotlight. And we have this little 10-minute segment where we show what you cooked. And then we also do the what's cooking intro. And
we all drool over it.
Yeah, I mean, I've learned so much from people in there. And, people cook, they bake. It's not only grilling or smoking, it's cooking and baking as well. And Miss Holly, you deserved it. You killed it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely
and we
killed
have
it.
so many talented people.
Yeah, there's so many good
cook
cooks.
so well.
Yeah. All right, so let's get to our guests. We're way over. We're like 4 minutes over.
Yes.
So, going to play this 1-minute intro, and then our guests see the world with Chris and Laura are going to be in here, and yeah, it should be fun. We got a lot of questions for them. You guys get your questions ready. We'll ask them some questions. We'll have a good time with them. And love their channel. Go sub to it. Great couple. And I can't wait to meet them on the Lolita Loca cruise. Hopefully, if we go on that thing. So
we're going to. We got to figure out a way.
Got to figure out a way. All right. So let's listen to this intro here.
Man, I love that intro.
Well, I told you guys before, I'm kind of a stalker. I'll go to your Facebook page or I'll go to your YouTube channel, and I can start going back, and
he shows no mercy.
Sometimes I show other people's photos that's posted on your page too. So it may be somebody else's photo as well.
That's the first thing I said when I saw the wedding picture. I said, he's been snagging pictures off our Facebook.
Yes, he does it.
That's what I do. I'm sorry if
no, that's fine.
That's one of the agreements here is we try to do something little for the guests coming on and put that little intro together about a minute long and grab some pictures so we have a good time with it. So hey, a lot of people know you guys. You're in several Marco Polos that we're a part of. We love your channel. We see you guys in a lot of cruising community and travel communities. Chris and Laura, tell us a little bit about your channel, how you got the name of your channel, what you guys like to do, just general information about you and your channel.
Go for it.
Well, I've always been, I guess, a little bit of a blogger kind of stuff as far as when we take vacations and, with family, even before we, really got into cruising, I was always taking pictures and, capturing moments and stuff. And so, part of it is just inherent in me. It's like I want to document some stuff for whoever might ever want to see it. Growing up, we had if you remember the slides, and the families would all get together and bore everybody for 30 minutes looking at all the vacation photos. So I guess that's the root of where some of this comes from. And so I've actually been putting videos on YouTube since like 2008, 2009, something like that. And I think some of the first videos I did were when we went on the Conquest in 2012 was when I started putting out some cruise and stuff. But yeah, I like to show well more than anything, back before there was Tony and Sharon and Sherry and all the people we all know. There wasn't a whole lot out there, and I would look for videos on YouTube and Google to try to look at where we're going and what we're going to do and try to plan for it. Because the worst thing to me is to go on a vacation and find out that there was something that you would have loved to do, but you just didn't know about it and you missed out on it, and you can't ever get that moment back. So I overplan everything I do. But part of the research is what kind of got me doing the videos, because I figure if I'm asking the question, somebody else is too. And so I try to do videos that A, show what we've done, and B, maybe answer some questions about what it's like.
Well, one thing I noticed going back and looking at, your channel, and this is a good example of, and I'm admitting openly here that this happened. No, YouTube, sometimes somehow it unsubs people. And when me and Chris talked about a month and a half ago about him coming on here, I was subbed to his channel. I went back and looked at this a week or two ago, and I'm not subbed to his channel. And I'm like, what in the heck has happened? So just because you see somebody in this comment section or a guest on here, please make sure you're subbed to their channel, because something crazy goes on with YouTube ever so often, and they purge subscriptions to channels. It's happened before. It happened with this Beach Please. We were subbed to their channel a year and a half ago or so, whenever they started, and about 6 months ago we noticed we were not subbed to them again as well. So please, write down several of these creators. If you notice you don't see their videos popping up, go check them out. Make sure you're still subbed to them. We did have somebody ask a question.
A very interesting
question here, Chris and Laura. Maybe you can give us some good information on this. But Tom Beetle Beatty says, question, Chris, can you do at least one of your many impressions, please?
I am definitely intrigued.
I'm definitely intrigued myself. What kind of
my
impressions
favorite
can you
is his Scooby Doo.
Please.
All right. Well, there we go. Hey, Scooby, you want a Scooby snack? Yeah, Scooby snack. Scooby.
My son Anthony's going to love this replay. We love Scooby. I love Scooby Doo.
That was perfect.
All right, give us one more. Give us one more.
All right. Well, golly, Shazam! Surprise, surprise, surprise!
Oh, living in North Carolina, you hit me hard with Gomer Powell. I love Gomer Powell and the Andy Griffith Show. Oh, that's so awesome.
Love it.
So awesome. All right, so now anybody that wants to do a $9.99 super chat, we're going to get a impression on it, and we're giving it all to Chris and Laura to help with the cruises coming up. So you talked a little bit about cruising and the information you do in your videos. Laura, how many cruises have y'all been on in the past?
I've been on 10. He's been on 11.
Wow, that's great. That's great. So, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Chris, you said all of them have been Carnival to date?
Yes.
So far.
So out of those Carnival ships, the 10 and 11 that y'all went on, I'm going to ask you kind of a softball question everybody asks. What is your favorite cruise ship so far?
The Breeze.
Yeah, the Breeze has been our favorite because it's the layout. It's the last of the big grand atriums, with the glass elevators and more the layout than anything. It's got all the new stuff, or at least most of the new stuff now. But the layout is so wonderful. For the back, you got the open air space in the middle on deck 5. What's it called?
We'll think of it after this.
It'll come to me. But they have karaoke there. They have different things going on. You got easy access to everything around there, and then it flows back from there like to the Alchemy Bar and the nightclub, the piano bar and the comedy club. And at night, that's pretty much where we're at. We're either in the piano bar, the comedy club, or if we're not catching the show,
or at the Alchemy Bar.
Yeah, or at the Alchemy Bar. So everything is just all laid out, and that's just the shit that we like. But of course, we're going on the Mardi Gras, so that's probably going to become our new favorite.
We've had the Breeze cancel on us twice.
We've had it canceled twice, so now we're doing the Mardi Gras. And I don't even know if I should ask you this, but I'm going to read it anyway.
Okay.
Chris, can you take your shirt off and beat your chest like Tarzan? Kindle Fire wants you to. Hey, and I do want to say this real quick. I know we're interviewing Chris and Laura right now. Mark on the Cruise World, I watched your embarkation today, and that was hilarious. I didn't know anything about Kindle Fire, but I watched your video, and I knew Hani kind of had a crush on her, but watched your embarkation video, and it was excellent. And go check out his video as well today. And he also did the karaoke where he sang his his parody of God, what was the song? I'm drawing a blank now, but he sang his parody in front of everybody as well, changing the words to his words, and I loved it. But so have you done a Tarzan before, or do you just like Kindle Fire?
Oh, he's done a Tarzan on practically every cruise we've been on.
Don't take your shirt off. Don't take your shirt off, Chris. But can you do a Tarzan?
Just give us a brief.
Well, I have won the hairy chest contest, I think 6 times.
Whoa! So you've won a ship on a stick?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have
Every time.
plenty.
For the hairy chest contest?
He has a set at the office and a set at home of
every ship we've been on.
Well, this is a kids channel. We can't ask you to take your shirt off and flex for us, but man, that's awesome. Let's hear the Tarzan though. Can you give us a Tarzan?
All right. Give me a second.
I'm putting you on the spot bad, ain't I? Hey,
Great.
that was so awesome. You deserve a drink, and I want to drink it for you.
That is awesome.
I'd have normally done a little bit higher pitch, but I didn't want to mess up, so I stayed.
Chris,
up.
if we're on the Mardi Gras with you,
All right. So this takes
we're
us
gonna
to a whole new level.
we're gonna buy you a drink, at least 1 or 2, and we're gonna be your biggest fans when you're doing the hairy chest contest.
Yes.
I mean,
hoop and
oh
holler.
yeah, I'll hoop and holler. I don't know what I'll do, but that was
Scary
awesome.
thought.
I
Yes.
hope they do the hairy chest contest because right now in July they're not doing it.
Aw.
and the only times he has not won are the times that they had him do something at the end instead of a Tarzan yell. Like there was one time they had like a conga line thing that they wanted people to create for whoever
Whoever had the longest line.
whoever had the longest line, and everybody kind of felt sorry for this older dude that had like maybe 2 chest hairs, and they got in his line, but anytime that he's had to do the Tarzan yell at the end of the hairy chest, he wins.
Yeah, pretty much the only time I've lost has been because I lost to the sympathy vote for the other person.
That'd be like you losing to Anthony doing it or something like that. That somebody had no chest and a little bone in and everything. Here, Chris is the manly man. I think he probably had a full beard by the age of 12.
Of course,
sitting here,
I probably have won a couple of them with the sympathy vote myself. So
You did win a couple that way yourself?
probably.
We're not sure.
There's at least one time I had no idea how I made it in one. I just knew every time I was going to be cut, and I stayed. So.
Well, that's great. I hope
That
they
is
will
awesome.
allow that so we can witness it for ourselves.
So you've been on a lot of carnival, carnival ships. We've only done carnival, and the next 2 years we got NCL booked. So what do you? Let me ask you a couple questions. Number one, what is the one thing that you like the most about all carnival, the carnival experience? And Laura, you and Chris both can give us your opinion on that. But then also, is that the only cruise line you have booked, or that you're ever going to ship? I mean, you're going to stay loyal to them, or do you have anything else booked in the future with another cruise line? But what is the number one thing that either one of you or both of you like on Carnival?
The fun.
Well, the fun and you get a good value, because you get the full cruise experience, and it's a better deal than some of the other cruise lines out there.
Yeah.
To us.
Price,
they
price
are
value and just the fun. I mean, we took our honeymoon on a Carnival cruise on the original Mardi Gras when we got married, and it was 20 years before we cruised again, and we cruised for our 20th anniversary on the Conquest, and we haven't looked back. But I mean, it's expensive to go cruising, and but the older we've gotten, we've gotten in a little bit different stage of life, and we have a little extra money than we had, so we don't have to scrimp as much as we did. And we looked at Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, MSC, and not to say that we wouldn't go on a cruise, but the value's always been right with Carnival. And when it comes up to a toss up, which one did we want to do, we always kind of fall back on Carnival because we know what we're getting. We know that we know how to order what we like, and everything is smoother going now, and just the excitement that Carnival brings to everything they do. Just it's like going to camp when you were a kid. It's just fun time, and no other line quite has the same handle on it. That said, we're going on Virgin in December. It's the first time we'll be on and I'm looking at some Princess cruises, and so we will branch out, but our love is Carnival. At least my love is.
Mine is too. Of course, that's all I know so far.
Carnival is all we know either. We had the Alaska cruise book next year on the Encore for NCL, and we were like, well, let's maybe we should try that same ship earlier just to get used to that ship to see if we like it. Number one, if we don't like it, we'll cancel Alaska and everything. So that's why we booked the Encore in April, was to do the same ship prior to going to Alaska on the same ship, even though and it's going to be cooler weather, and I'm sure you can't do everything you do on it in the April versus August or September. But we're going to go out and try NCL a little bit. What I've seen on Royal here lately, Royal looks great as well too. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to try different ships. We wanted to keep Anthony on Carnival because he loved Camp Ocean, and he liked the atmosphere there. We trusted it. And one thing I don't know if it's still this way. One time I read this, that all of Carnival's children's programs, those people have a 4-year degree in child education.
Right.
So a lot of them, there may be a lot of them from like Norway or Switzerland or that area, but they all have 4 years degrees from what I had seen back then. I don't know if it's still the same way or not, but they work really well with the kids, and they're very secure. I know Cindy Spiker kind of commented a while back that she kind of had a bad experience the first time with Carnival in the children's area because her child, I believe, checked himself out somehow. But we've never had anything close to that in the past.
Yeah, in all the years we've been on Carnival, I've heard nothing but great things about the kids program. I mean, there's always going to be a bad day, but they got a good program.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Linda, thanks for coming in here. It sounds like you finally caught a live show. It's great
We're
to
happy
see you
to
in
have
here.
you.
Yeah, great to have you in here. And go sub to some of these channels in here if you hadn't already. So I was watching some of your videos, like I said earlier before you came on, and me and Michelle's been talking about it. If we can't go on the Carnival Mardi Gras because of Anthony's exemption, and we don't want to take away from you guys. We'll talk about that later on. We have talked about flying straight into either Cancun or Cozumel, and then meeting up with you guys on the Mardi Gras at Mr. Sancho's.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we may end up doing that either way. If we end up canceling with Carnival and don't go on the Mardi Gras because of Anthony's exemption and so forth needed because he's not been vaccinated, we're talking about either flying straight into Cancun or Cozumel. I saw some of your videos, and I'll let you talk a little bit about it. I saw where you did an all-inclusive, and a lot of other creators were in there too. I was like, when I went back and watched your video, I was like, oh man, Sarah's in there, Jeffrey's in there, oh, Ronnie's in there too. Oh wait, Raffy's in there, and it just kept going on and on. Oh, Nurse Nancy's in there. Oh, yeah. Lauren Chris is in there. Oh, the guy from the West Coast that has the TV show. Oh yeah, he's in there. Tell us a little bit about that experience. I think you got over 13,000 views on that one video, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was a fun video to find out that people were watching. So that particular video was from the first time we went to the Fiesta Americana Condesa in Cancun, and I got very fortunate that we got the tour like we did, and I was able to record all of the stuff, and just the way everything kind of fell together, putting that video together. But so that was our first time there. We met Nurse Nancy on that trip, so we went for 4 nights, and which I won't make too long a story. I don't know what time it is, but we we're looking to try to get away for a quick weekend for our anniversary, which is in July, and we found. We were looking to go on the Gulf Shores and rent a condo on the beach. And by the time you put all of that together, and then you get there, you got to go shopping, groceries. You got to go stand in an hour for restaurants, to eat, and just all of the cost. It was cheaper to fly to Cancun and stay at an all inclusive with airfare than it was to stay 4 days in Gulf Shores. So that kind of pushed us there, toward Cancun, or actually anywhere. And Keith from KC, I can't think of his channel, but I was looking at going to Jamaica, and he recommended Cancun, so I turned my attention there. So anyway, I'll shorten the story up. So we end up settling on the Fiesta Americana, and then all of a sudden, Nancy sends a polo and like looking for information on it. And we're like, are you coming? Really? So, they came for 5 nights, and they came like 2 nights before we left. So we got to meet them and all. So, we all put our video out, Nancy put hers out. I put mine out, and, I woke up, like a week later, Saturday morning, I looked over at my phone. I had, a bunch of YouTube notifications, and, went and looked, and, I had, a bunch of new subscribers, and, I had like over 1,000 views, and every time I refreshed it kept going up. And I'm like, is this for real? Like, how'd they find me? But, yeah, so we enjoyed that, and, gave me a little bit of enthusiasm to do more stuff. And, that video brought a lot of the other content creators that, ended up coming in October. We all, were talking about it, watching each other's videos and, poloing about it. And, a trip came together for October, and, just ended up being 21 or 22 people there at the end. And we went through a hurricane as well.
Yeah, my
Wow.
my mom and stepdad, Billy Sparks, who's in here as a moderator, they were in Cancun during the same time, but they were at a different resort. And in their situation, it was they had like water coming in and stuff,
Yeah.
so it wasn't quite as good as yours. But
Yeah.
Well, we had inch and a half of water in
Yeah.
our
did
room.
you? Okay.
And
So-
some of the other YouTube creators weren't as excited about it in October as we had been in July, but they had a change in management, and they had also increased the number of people that they were allowing to come. And I don't think they were ready for that number of people. And so the service wasn't as great. I mean, we noticed a huge difference between July and October, but we still consider that one of our favorite places to go because of how compact the resort is. I mean, everything is just real close together and real easy to get to. And we fell in love with the food and the staff. I mean, to us, it was really, really good. Other people have loved the Ryu more. So there's a whole bunch of different all-inclusives out there. And I guess there's different ones because everybody likes different stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we love Cozumel. So when I was looking at the flights, I was telling Chris this. I think it cost us around $3,200 to book the Mardi Gras for three of us, me, Michelle, and Anthony. But also, we wanted to fly down there instead of drive this time to let him have some experience with that. So that was another $900 to $1,000. So we got $4,200 invested in this trip coming up.
Wow.
But when I looked up on Expedia.com, to be able to fly to Cozumel, and the place I was looking at, I can't remember the name of it now, but it was like a 4-5 or 4-6 hotel that was all inclusive. It was $3,200. It was about $1,000 cheaper.
Yeah.
Our favorite vacation so far for me, I don't know about you, and I know some people recently had a bad time there, was the DR. We went to Punta Cana in the DR about 10 years ago.
It was so incredible.
And it was the most awesome vacation we've ever had. The one thing I can say I like about it more than a cruise ship is cruise ships sometimes feel like it's a hustle bustle when you're trying to get off on a port and get back on.
Right.
Whereas an all-inclusive is sleep to whenever you want to.
Laid
You
back.
get up, you go eat breakfast whenever you want to. You go to the
That's
pool
how
whenever
we
you
felt
want
about
to.
it.
And that's the one thing I love about all-inclusives, and we will do an all-inclusive again one day.
And we stayed in an adult area. Of course, we
We didn't have kids in, so we stayed in the adult area.
And it was
I mean, they had the canopy beds right by the pool, and
Yep.
So wonderful.
I think it was called the Majestic Elegance in Punta Cana. But then you see what happened with like Ronnie and Rafi and Vizzo and some of the other creators that went there recently, and with COVID and everything, you're
it's
like,
a little scary.
yeah, you get a little bit concerned about it. You don't know if it's just that hotel that's the issue, or is it all of them in the DR now? You know?
Yeah. Well, you also have to consider too that any place you go can have a good day and a bad day. You know, we stayed at the Ryu in Cancun, loved the facilities, loved, everything about the service and stuff, but, the food, we didn't really care for the food a lot.
But we loved the company we
But
were
we
with.
loved the company. We had a great time, and we would go back again, because our experience the next time may be different. Just like we had 2 experiences at Fiesta Americana, but even the worst experience, just like your worst cruise, you're still on a cruise.
Yes.
You're still on vacation.
The worst day at the beach is better than the best day at the office.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
A bad day of fishing is better than a good day at the office, right?
And one thing that y'all might want to consider when you're making your decision, and we do hope that you stay on the Mardi Gras because we want to meet you guys, but we do understand totally, what y'all are thinking about and why y'all are considering it. But all inclusives also do excursions,
Yes.
and that that would be because we did some excursions through the all inclusive. Now there was one that he didn't get to do that he really wanted to because they weren't doing it because of COVID, and that's one of those where they put the bubble thing over your head.
We did that, and we loved it. I mean, it was so awesome, and
it was fun.
I was so paranoid about that. That was the one where
I
they
would
put
be
the
paranoid about that.
like the newer version of the old Scooby tank that they put on the Scooby Doo guy. And,
Yeah.
Yep.
and we went down the bottom in the DR in Punta Cana, and they told you to sit Indian style, cross-legged at the bottom. And they said, whatever you do, keep your back straight. Don't lean forward or don't lean back, or you'll fill up in water. Next thing I know, I'm leaning forward and didn't realize it, and water comes all the way up to here. And all of a sudden, I remembered right when it got here to straighten back up, and then boom, the water level went back down. But that was one of the best excursions we've had. It was so fun because after we got done with that, we then got into a boat and toured around the island area, and we also swam with some nurse sharks. Dolphins. We got to see some dolphins.
Drank Mama Wana with a bunch of
we
drunk
drank
people.
Mama Wana, and it was so bad that people were getting out of the boat and couldn't get back in because it was too heavy to get up and in. And I was probably one of those guys. It took about 5 to get me back in. It was so fun. But that's the great thing about all inclusives. So if you had to, this is kind of putting you guys on the spot. If you only had one vacation for a whole year, would it be a cruise vacation or would it be an all-inclusive vacation?
It would be a cruise.
It'd probably be a cruise, but
Okay.
I have to say it depends on what the situation is. But
Yeah.
I just love waking up in a new place every day and seeing new. We always try to get a new port or a new ship or something new that we can do that we hadn't done before. So
Is there is there a certain port? That's kind of a softball question too. What is your favorite top 2 or 3 ports you've been to, and then maybe a bucket list port that you haven't been to yet?
Well, I'll speak for myself. I mean, I love St. Thomas. I love Grand Turk, and I love the. I don't care for the heat, but I love the the animals that we can encounter in Honduras, in Roatan.
Yep.
As far as a bucket list place, it would probably have to be in the Mediterranean, Turkey. I'd love to go see the.
You want to go to Egypt?
I want to see the ruins of.
Hey, I don't know if you know this or not. Now I'm trying to sell this here. In 2023, now if they still own it, we're on the Mediterranean cruise. I think Artie and Peg is on that one.
I think so too.
Y'all need to you should think about it. I don't know. We're on that one as well. And I think Bill and Lucy's kind of gotten up a group there. There's I think the Bowens are going to be on that one.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I mean that's 2 years out. A lot of things could change between now and then, but that's a bucket list for us. Alaska was a bucket list for us as well. Have y'all been to Alaska yet or anything?
Well, I've flown to Alaska, but never cruised to it, and it's kind of been on a bucket list for us. But then we've seen some vlogs where it looked like that it was really foggy, and neither one of us see very well. And if we're going to pay that kind of money, and then add extra onto it to have a balcony so that we can go out and see stuff, and then it's foggy. If you have perfect vision, you might be able to see whales jumping in the fog, but he and I ain't gonna see whales jumping in the fog.
People go, you see it?
We'll be like, where?
Where?
That is a good point.
And so,
yeah, I don't know, Mark.
Mike and I can't see well either.
No, I'm needing bottle caps now to be able to see. To be able to see anything. Mark is asking what
kind of money
cruise.
and then not see.
Yeah.
Right. Mark's asking what cruise. That's a Mediterranean. I think you fly into Rome or Italy.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember the exact name. It's an NCL cruise.
I don't know either.
But it's
too far out.
It's in 2023. We went in and booked it because it was a good rate, we thought.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it was only a $250 deposit, and it was 100% refundable if you canceled 90 days before the cruise. So we thought for $250 to get our name on the list and be able to go in 2023, why not? At least put our name down for it.
Yeah.
That's a little far for us to book out because, we're so spontaneous. We actually we have 4 cruises booked before the end of 22, which is more than we've ever had booked at any one time. But it's hard for me to book something without knowing what's going on. Especially, well, hopefully my work wouldn't be too much of an issue, but in IT, it's a 24/7 job. and you never know, when a project's going to be going, and the plan, 2-3 years out. I don't want to be the guy sitting in the meeting going, well, I've got this going on, and I can't be there, and we have to go 3 months in the future because nobody else can do in between.
I see MGM in here. Hey, MGM Family Travel. I don't know if that's Bill or Lucy, but he may remember off the top of his head exactly what it was. A couple of months ago, we booked this one, and I know a bunch of others have booked it as well.
Yes.
I know I see right here it said Alan, Jeannie, Brock are going to be there. Flamingo, Pam, Maria, and Dylan. They booked that one as well, and that's in 2023. But
I think I
it's
remember
definitely-
seeing y'all on some polos where y'all were trying to be talked into it and stuff.
It works.
It didn't take much to talk me into that one because that's something we've always wanted to cruise out there as well, and eventually down the road go to, because of our spiritual beliefs, we wanted to be able to go to like Jerusalem and
us too.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to
see that.
see that stuff on a cruise. That would be awesome as well. That's definitely a bucket
The only
list.
thing I worry about is it being like really, really hot. Because in the Caribbean you have an ocean breeze. If you're in the kind of a deserty area, you ain't gonna get an ocean breeze. You
That's
just gonna be
true.
hot.
I guess I'll just have to suck it up.
I want to see the ruins of Ephesus in Turkey.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, all that is historical wise is so much. The U.S. is only several hundred years old as far as civilization that's been built. I mean, those areas right there, you're talking about tens of thousands a year. I mean, it's just incredible the history there. I'd love to see the pyramids and the ruins and all that. I mean, it's just so awesome.
And I want Anthony to be able to experience those things too.
As a kid, and then hopefully go back and see it as an adult.
Yeah.
So we only got a minute left.
What has happened to the hour?
Time has flown by. We're going to have you guys back on again. It's been great to get to know you a little bit.
We've had a blast.
Yeah, can't wait to be on the LLL with you guys. Hopefully that'll work out for both of us. You want to, in the last minute here, give everybody a final thought or anything about your channel, what you got coming up, just anything in general you'd like to say to everybody.
Well, thanks for watching, and if you subscribe to me, thank you. If you haven't, please subscribe. I think we're at like 380, 381 last time I looked at it. I've got a lot of content that I've been procrastinating, hadn't put out. I've still got some videos from October. I've got our, some more, stuff from the Ryu and was that February?
Yeah.
And, and then I've got a whole bunch of stuff from Cabo, and, we're about to start cruising again. So I need to get all this stuff out. I just haven't, I guess,
between work and stuff, he hadn't had time to go through and edit videos. I'm not sure how y'all all find time with work.
That's work.
I still got April to do from Florida, Orlando, and then now we just went to. I'm probably 2 months behind. I gotta get back on a regimen of 2 videos
We actually
a week.
still have a video from when we went on the Vista almost 2 years ago that we need
I've
to
got
finish.
one more I got to do on it.
We're just trying to figure out how to tie that one up.
Well, Chris and Laura, we appreciate you both coming on here tonight.
Yes,
so
thank you.
fun. Please come back and visit with us again down the road. Maybe we talk a little bit more. Chris is a travel agent as well, and such a fun family to watch. And we got a lot in common with you guys. Can't wait to talk more
Same here.
in person with each other. Some of the life experiences we've had are exact same, but go check out See the World with Chris, and I'm gonna say and Laura, even though it's not in the title. Go See the World with Chris and Laura. Great family fun, great vlogs they got out. Please subscribe to them. Thank you guys for coming
It was
tonight.
so nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Awesome, right? So fun. We enjoyed that, and we've talked to them a little bit behind the scenes on polos, and such a good couple. Really love their channel.
I can't wait till we can cruise again and get to meet all
that's
these
the thing
people.
about October. I mean, you got all these great channels, and then you got the whole Lolita Loca thing too. But then you got the small subgroup from that's on Marco Polo that we're part of. Those are some fun families and fun
we're gonna have
channels.
so much fun.
So
we got to make it work.
go see Thursday. Go see Ronnie and go hit up his channel that was posted earlier with Nightbot. We appreciate you guys coming by and hanging with us tonight. And hey, having a little bit of
he's put a dent in my watermelon.
yeah, I'm getting ready to make a little more dent in it. No, probably not.
I'm
I need to
gonna
get
hide
better early. But you guys have a great one. Love you guys. Appreciate it. Hey, be the light in this dark world. We need you. Be the salt. Okay. You guys have a great evening. Thank you.
Bye.